Should we be expecting further normalization here from the BSP, and by how much more do you see the BSP hiking rates, and does the economy have enough room to cushion higher interest rates?
Well, from our time series analysis from April's 4.9%, we are actually seeing inflation to peak at 5.7% this June.
Wow.
So if you're going to look at that, definitely with the goal of BSP of anchoring inflation expectations, there might probably be another rate hike this June at 25 basis points. So, and we're actually expecting 4.7% for the average for 2022. So that's basically beyond the 2 to 4% of the BSP's target.
Okay, Carlo, is this, just because of the inflation issue of, which is oil related, which is supply related, or is this also just the reopening of the economy and us needing to go back to the rates that we had pre-COVID? So we went down by 200 basis points, so 175 bips pa to go up if we are to go back to the pre-COVID levels, or is this just, something related to the hopefully temporary impact of the prices of oil?
Yeah, well, we were looking at that when the first quarter GDP print came out, and we were discussing about where did this hotter than expected GDP print came from. So we were looking at pent-up demand, and of course, basically, as the government has mentioned, it's basically consumption. And we were looking at the idea of maybe it's really something a growing demand that's there also that has sort of intertwined with this pent-up demand, because simply people are going out and there's stuff that they might not be doing, like for example traveling, going to, for example, Boracay. You won't, most probably for others they will, but not for all. Go to Boracay once. This summer that's done, and then probably do it again maybe December if circumstances allow. But there's pent-up demand, and pent-up demand will not exist forever. So definitely we saw that there's something there besides the pent-up demand that we're seeing.
Now, Carlo, earlier you mentioned 25 basis points pa by June. At least that part is clear. But how much more do you see them raising rates in totality for 2022 and even up to 2023?
Yeah, well, I want to go back to what Governor Diokno has mentioned about again going back to data. But if you look at their expectations about 4.6 for this year average. It's about our own expectation, ours 4.7, and then 2023 3.9. So the 25 basis points for us probably is very short, but definitely they're going to stay data dependent, as they mentioned, and but they won't deny that the momentum is there. It's not going to be overnight that it's going to go down. Of course, as we know from experience, of course you have to see if I think second round effects are entrenched, and you make sure that these things are controlled. And then at the same time you are protecting the recovery or economic growth per se.